What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where we got a live stream and some patch notes today for tomorrow. A brand new event is starting. Division 2 is in bloom with the Cherry Blossom event that begins tomorrow all the way through to May the 12th. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. There's lots of details to talk about. And here are two of the costumes that we're going to be able to get from the actual event that starts tomorrow. Along with this extra mask, which definitely looks like this extra mask is going to be a freebie just for everyone to log in during the event time. Next up, we've got this really cool artwork, which I'll probably use for the thumbnail. I actually think it looks really cool. Now, during the live stream event, they had one of the devs on, and if you want to go and check that out, I encourage you to go and check it out if you want to know a bit more about the artistry, the design of the event and things like that. But we're going to cover the actual details from the patch notes because that kind of covers everything that they covered today in the live stream as well. It was a really quick live stream. They just kind of rattled through everything apart from that small interview, but it is great to see the devs and who they are, and it's good that they're introducing different ones to us all of the time. So we're starting off with the login reward that we just talked about. So everyone's going to get this. If you log in tomorrow, you will get this mask. And it looks like they're giving us a complete change of scenery like they did with the Christmas event. So you can see here, decorations will appear across familiar streets and hidden corners. A new atmosphere takes over the map, with a few surprises waiting for those who look closer. All players who log in during the event will receive the Rising Sun headgear, and the event is active for all players of level 40 with seasonal progression unlocked. And that just happens automatically the minute you hit level 40. And this is our new kind of play loop that we're going to have to do. This is going to unlock keys for us, a lot like the Christmas event, where we'll have caches that we can open and we can get rewards. We can also club together as a community and get even more rewards as well. And essentially, like the mini warhounds and and things like that. And if you remember the Krampus, where you got ambushed when you kind of walked around the streets of DC, this sounds exactly the same kind of scenario with a little bit of a twist on it. So you can see here, exploring the streets won't stay quiet for long. Roughly every 10 minutes, squads of 5 Kitsunabe, named enemies will appear. A splinter group of outcasts will track you down and engage. And basically that's just like last time, where you would spawn in anywhere on the map, and any area that's usually used as a spawn door for enemies, whether it be for the loot goblin, whether it be for regular events, open world events and things like that, that's a potential area where these enemies will come out of. And generally all you have to do is run down the streets, because the map is absolutely littered with these doorways and such that can open up and then allow enemies to come in. So as you're running around, these will attack you every 10 minutes. And I know this was a little bit controversial with the event for last time, because people kind of got fed up with being randomly attacked all the time, but it's back for a few weeks now. We are going to have to put up with it. But what happens here is, unlike standard patrols, they fight differently and have a few unique traits. They have a shared health link, meaning damage dealt to one enemy is spread across the group. Their tech isn't fully stable. Occasionally malfunctions will shock individual enemies and break the link. And when that happens, that's your window to isolate and take them out. So it sounds like they might be pretty tough, and there's going to be some tactics around them. But then we've got to stay in the fight long enough and something stronger answers back. After defeating enough of the Kitsunabe, the Ronin will appear. You'll get a prompt to call for backup, and there is a reason. When they arrive, the world shifts. Dark blue petals fall, the audio changes, and an encounter begins. Solo agents get 1 Ronin, anyone above that gets 2. And as you can see, they have slightly different skills. So the Fox Ronin has a drone and a turret, and the Red Ronin has a hive, a seeker, and a mine. But as you take them down, and the harder that you do this on, the higher chance you will get to get event keys, which will let you open the caches. Now, hopefully we can farm these fairly easily. I'm hoping we can, but it's a little bit different than last time, because last time we had a bounty that we could just repeat over and over again. And obviously because of that, they've moved away from this now, and it's all going to be the open world fight. So we are going to be limited to how many we can get, but I assume we can use it across multiple characters. Do it on one character, swap characters, do it on another character, swap character, do it on another character, swap characters, rotate back to the beginning. Hopefully 10 minutes has passed and you can go again. And that way then you can get a whole bunch of keys really, really quickly. But you can see here as well, take them down, you'll earn event keys along with skill VFX skins tied to each boss. So there's going to be multiple skins for you to get as well. The social areas, which is a shame because most of these social areas, apart from at the base of operations, nobody really uses. But you can see here, this is the one I think in the campus has all had a little bit of a makeover. So we'll be sure to go and check them out. And I do wonder if Floor 100's had a makeover this time as well. But then we've got some corrupted decorations across DC, and this sounds a bit like the present hunt that we had last time, and they mentioned during the live stream that there's 40 to get with a limited time arm patch to pick up. Don't worry, I've got you covered. I'll be publishing a video again of all 40 locations once I've got them all found. But you can see here, interacting with these corrupted decorations restores them, but it doesn't go unnoticed. Nearby enemies are more likely to ambush you. Pink petals begin to fall, signaling the encounter, and each interaction contributes to your overall progress. There are 40 decorations to restore across DC. Finding all of them unlocks the cherry arm patch. Even after that, 3 decorations will reactivate daily at 8 AM UTC, so the exploration doesn't stop once you've cleared them all. So that's, I don't know, 3 out of 40 that you've got to try and find. So it depends how rewarding they are, if it's going to be worth going seeking 3 of 40 out for further keys once we've done the 40. It probably won't be. It'll probably be better just to farm the new Ronin bosses instead. But I'm just guessing, we won't know until that arrives tomorrow. Then we've got the event, vendor and caches. Everything you do, the event feeds back into the base of operations. The event vendor has been given a seasonal refresh and will be your main hub for spending event keys. You get keys by taking down the squads, the Kitsu Enibe, I'm probably saying this really wrong, squad, defeating the Ronin, and then interacting with the cherry blossom decorations. Apparel caches, there's a lot of apparel as you can see here. There's 30 items in total that we can get, and they'll all be absolutely free. You can shortcut the apparel if you want to buy keys, but that's completely up to you. There's no key, you're not able to purchase keys for the gear, only for vanity, but that's completely up to you. And once you've got all of that vanity, there's a lucky cat emote that you can pick up as well. And that lucky cat emote you might have seen somewhere before. Shout out to Virtuals, whose X page I got this off, and ignore the vanity unless we end up getting this cat vanity. I don't know, but if you look at the emote that they are doing, that's probably going to be the emote that we're going to get for our characters. But whether they'll bring the cat vanity or not, I think maybe it's just a little bit too out there, but I guess we will see. And then we've got the gear caches. So this is going to be the named PDR, which has a first bloom, called the first bloom, and it has a new talent. Deal 3.3% more damage for each 10% of total HP and armor the enemy has remaining. Now I do wonder, is that going to be 30% amp damage, or is it going to be 60% amp damage? Is it going to classify HP and armor separately? So that could be a potentially really, really powerful talent. It's just a bit of a shame it's on a PDR, not my favorite of assault rifles. But I guess we will see. But it says here it's especially effective against high health enemies and pairs well with the Kitsunube health link mechanic, keeping its damage bonus active for longer. So maybe it does treat them separately, but I've got a funny feeling this could be really, really strong. The gear caches contain a rare chance to obtain prototype gear set items and a prototype seasonal named items. Now, this was written slightly different. If you saw this earlier on, it gave the impression that we were going to get potential chance at getting a prototype Lexington. That's not the chance that we're going to get. We're just going to get prototype gear set chance and seasonal named items, which is the list just under here. So yes, you are going to have a chance at getting a prototype bell ringer. Now, that's not for me, but there are some key items here that I probably will seek out that I could find extremely useful. The chill out mask is extremely useful in some situations because it has an extra mod slot, but given that it can roll with a blue armor core and hazard protection, this could be really, really good for a backfire build or some kind of tank build. And I'm potentially going to seek at least one of them out, along with maybe a crit chance, crit damage, and other variants, essentially replacing the ones that I've already got in my stash, because they're just going to have better stats. Now, if they'll come max rolled or not, I don't know, but I guess we will find out. But they will be better than our high-end ones that we've got, and obviously we can farm double. A harvest, that could be really, really good if we can get damage target out of cover on it, but I don't know. That might be a bit of a stretch to try and get the talent and stat to line up. It just depends how many keys we get, but we will see. But aside from that, I'm probably not too bothered about any of the other named items. I'm just a little bit gutted. I think everybody would have logged in if we were able to get prototype Lexingtons and shield splinterers and hunter killers. Yeah, that would have been some event, and maybe they're saving that for the future. Maybe next time we won't get seasonal name gear and we'll just get special name gear. But yeah, prototype Lexingtons in the pool, everyone would have logged in for that, and the hype would have been absolutely crazy. And then we've got the community challenge, which just gives us more vanity. You can see here there's a Ronin outfit, Ronin gloves, and Ronin mask. And they are cross-platform this time, which is great. So interested to see that they've got that tech working. Cross-play must be on its way if that tech is working. Maybe it's part of the same system or not, but it's good to see that the platforms are linking up and that hopefully we'll be able to see the progress across all three platforms. But yeah, that is really, really good. And then you can see here that if you hand in 80 keys yourself, you can get 4 different arm patches. And it doesn't matter when you hand them in, even if the 5 million keys has been reached, you can still hand your 80 keys in to get all of your arm patches. It really doesn't matter. And then we've got some new creator collabs coming along, and probably from creators you may not have heard of, but I'm definitely going to be checking them out. I have actually heard of this middle creator here in the middle. I don't know if you remember back during the FPS X Days event, they actually got the exclusive and were the first people to release footage of realism mode. So I have checked this channel out before, but I'll be certain to be checking out the other ones. The gear does look really, really good. Same backpacks, same hoodies as my creator collab and the other ones that we have had. I think the cap looks a little bit different, but maybe they've changed the threading around the cap, or maybe it's just the picture. I don't know. I guess we will find out. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. There are going to have arm patches as well with codes. So I will try and seek these out and I'll publish them for you, because obviously time zones and, you know, cross communication and language might be a little bit more difficult to try and get hold of them. But I certainly will do my best to seek these codes out for you, and I'll publish them somewhere you'll be able to get them, either on here, on my YouTube, or on my X page. Right. Oh, and I'm at my Discord too, in the resources channel. Check out my resources channel in the Discord. Everything you've ever needed Division related is in there. It's really, really good. That event runs from the 21st as well, so from tomorrow through to the 12th. And there's going to be project chain for you to be able to pick up all of the gear, much like it worked with the last set of creator collabs that we had. And then throughout them chains as well, you're going to get named items, exotics, recal caches, and optimization caches, which is very, very cool. Right, I think that is probably about it for that. There are some interesting things though, non-seasonal related. So we're getting optimization surge for resource multipliers starting tomorrow as well, and then conflict XP starting on the 28th. A bit of a shame. I was hoping for an XP boost, but yep, not quite yet. And it is. I wonder if they'll update the coming soon in the game tomorrow, because they're keeping it quite close and tight to the chest on what's actually coming. But then we have got quite a big escalation change. So drop rates are being boosted on every tier apart from tier 1. Daily targeted loot is coming tomorrow as well. Now that is rather interesting, because I do think the amount of targeted loot that we have on the map does give it a fairly low chance of it being the loot that you wanted on any given day, but it's definitely a push in the right direction. They've added warnings, so when you're matchmaking and things like that, and they've done some fixes around this one here with the matchmaking and the call for help. Prototype gear has had some changes. Now for skill items, you're going to get 1.5 skill tier per skill prototype piece, meaning 1 prototype piece gives you 1 skill tier, 2 gives you 3, 3 gives you 4, and 4 gives you 6. And if you prototyped any skill tier pieces, skill pieces already, they'll retroactively be given this bonus, which is pretty huge. And then there's a lot of fixes making it so that your gear doesn't get messed up like it has been doing. Prototype items being lost when you're prototyping things, which is great. The Summit Combat Mastery Merit has finally been fixed, but it's not retroactive. You'll have to go and do it again. But one really interesting one here that I found really interesting. Let me just find it here. The abridged talent is now going to function with prototype weapons, meaning your Tinkerer mask is going to work with prototype. And I really didn't think that they would fix that until they fixed the Tinkerer mask, but here we are, and it's fixed tomorrow. So that is a huge boost in DPS for everyone that uses the Tinkerer. We're getting some compensation because of the problems, not too much though, just 1 prototype core cache, which is 2 cores if it's the same as the ones we get from the raids and the incursion, and an optimization cache as well. That's it for the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.